This program contains coarse language and discusses mature themes. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Yeah, because I want to see all, because where you're sitting, it looks like a naughty cafe.
Wait till you
all
see the whole
lights.
thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot my intro. Hi, welcome back to the couch. I'm your host. That lazy list kicked in so quickly. We're only 20 seconds
I
in.
think to be politically correct, it's hostitute.
I'm a hostitute. That's right. I'm your hostitute, Darth Ginger, and we are blessed with a new guest. This is Dexter with Dex Ranch, which you're actually in the Dex Ranch right now. Well, hold on. So I'm too excited. I'm way too excited. So
the top of your head's cut off. I don't know if it is on your camera.
That's because my skeleton. Joffrey always cuts it off. So.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he's kind of a perv like that. So, thank you for being on the Couch Podcast. This is so amazing that you could be here. Like, I'm truly honored.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm just as honored.
Well, thank you. Tell the world a little bit about yourself.
What can I say? I'm an old fart.
We
66.
love old farts here.
I've been in kink probably 15 years, like officially. And I'm an impact top, so that's what I do. And I host parties twice a month, actually sometimes 3 times a month now.
Oh,
and
wow.
The middle one is a swingers party usually, so that's not quite as kink exciting, but it's still lots of fun.
Why are swingers not kink excited? I'm swinger.
Well, a lot of swingers aren't into kink, and a lot of kinksters aren't into swinging. So
I've had to learn that over the time that like swingers, when you say that you're kind of kinky, they get a little pulled back.
Yep.
They don't consider swinging as a kink.
Right. Yeah, it's almost like two different worlds. But we have a lot of swingers come to the kink parties too. So
yeah, because you are a amazing owner of the Dex Ranch in Oregon.
Yeah.
Which is where you are right now. If you want, you could show it off.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
All right. I don't know how much you can see, but because I can't, well, I sort of can see. So this is, I got to show you the outside first.
Beautiful. Look how beautiful it is today.
This is Oregon today.
Oh.
And so if you walk in, this is the desk and you sign waivers. And then there's the coat check room, as it were. Hang up your coats and put your toy bags and stuff out of the way. And here's our buffet area.
Wow.
That artwork was actually done by my unofficial daughter.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. And then, so this is over here is a bunch of massage tables. We usually do like electric play, like right here, and fire cupping, that kind of stuff.
Whoa.
And then here's one of the St. Andrews crosses.
Yes.
And a suspension point right there. And then this is our blood play area and fleshing. We do needles and stuff in here. And then here's another suspension point with the bamboo pole.
Oh, wow.
And then here's the little dog cage we do. People like to play in there.
Oh, yes, I love those.
Oh. And here, I'll show you this. I forgot to turn these lights on. Hold on. So this is the bathroom with some more artwork from my unofficial daughter.
Nice.
And then This is our whole, what we call the red light district.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Oh, yeah.
So we got a bed
Oh,
there.
that's beautiful.
And a bed there. And of course, we have lots of sheets and everything for everybody. And then there's a little sex chair. Let me know if I'm going too fast because I can't see what you're seeing.
No, you're doing great. Thank you.
Okay. Little gyno chair.
Yeah, that's something new that I've never seen in a club before. That's what I'm most curious about. I have a gyno fetish, so.
Oh, cool. Well, when you come up, we'll have to strap you down there.
Okay.
And there's a metal spanking bench that's all kinds of adjustable.
Wow.
And then this is another bed, but I got to show you the curtains.
Oh, this is the, okay.
Yeah. Hold on, somebody did something weird.
For all you audio listeners, please go and check this out on YouTube because this is a great tour of this place.
Okay, you ready for it?
Mm-hmm. It looks like a vagina. Oh, I fucking love that.
We call this the pussy room.
That is definitely a pussy. Wow.
And then we have an autopsy table.
Oh, I could feel that coldness on my butt already.
Yeah. And here's another St. Andrew's cross. And a suspension point. And you can see we have mats underneath all our suspension
Thank you
points.
for that. I had to learn the understanding of mats being underneath it. It definitely helps a lot.
And then
Ooh,
this
yes.
is our stocks.
Yes.
And you see the little googly eyes?
Oh, that's cute.
We had a gal, Little, that wanted to do that for because we had an April 1st party, and so she went around and put all sorts of googly eyes on all sorts of things. So as you look around, you find them all the time. Still are finding them. And I want to show you this. This is my toy chest.
Ooh, love a good toy chest reveal. Oh, your chest is so much bigger than mine. Oh, I'm so mad. And it lights up. Wow. What a display.
So yeah, this is kind of all the different stuff I have.
Sorry, I started actually like salivating and drooling. Oh my gosh. That's so pretty. Oh, I want them all.
And then this is our spanking bench area, obviously.
Of course, yeah. Can't not have that. Yes.
And those all get pretty used up during the parties. It gets pretty busy in here. And then in the middle, we have our what we call the social area.
Beautiful.
Couches and little fire rings for people.
Those couches aren't as ugly as this one, okay? You know, sorry. I outbeat that so badly.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of that. We when we opened the arena in May of 2018, like I said, we just did our 5th year anniversary.
I know, congratulations.
Thank you. We gave out t-shirts, and one of the gals made a hello out of one of the t-shirts.
That's so cute.
So yeah, there you go. And before I forget, I want to tell you that that's pretty much it. Oh, and I forgot to show you one thing.
That's pretty much it. You just showed me a huge.
This right here is
some
our community toys. So if people want to borrow toys while they're here, they miss something in their toy bag, they can check stuff out.
Wow,
and use that.
That's really awesome.
So, well, I didn't show you the loft. I guess I could have walked up there, but
okay.
Can you see it up there?
I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great. That's where we put the music and stuff up there, so it plays out across the whole thing. And from up there, you can see down really good. Actually, I'll walk up there because I do want to show you something from up there too.
Okay. Because I love the whole like open floor plan, you know?
Yeah, see down here, you can look into the pussy room, watch people.
Oh, wow.
So if you look up here, see, you can see pretty much the whole dungeon.
That's where the voyeurs go, for sure. I mean, I'd be up there
Oh,
too.
yeah. Well, then, oh, there's some more googly eyes. So we have this place up here called Bring Recycling. And I went there and they had all these church pews. And so I bought them all.
That's
It was like,
the
they were
Catholic
like
girl
nothing.
in me was like being like, I feel like I recognize those, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
They were like super cheap. Ooh, look at that. Another googly eye.
Those are good spots.
Yeah, no, she did great. And so, yeah, when I bought this property, this was a horse arena.
Right.
And I don't have horses. I don't want horses because they're too much work, you know?
Yeah.
So, oh, and this right here is where we do like our workshops. Like,
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you're telling me about that.
and there's some more chairs and stuff. So
Wow.
there you go. You got the tour.
That is so incredibly beautiful.
Thank you. It's pretty much become one of the most popular places in Oregon.
I will tell you, ever since you and I first started, talking to each other, I've been seeing more people talking about it on FetLife, which is incredible.
So you've seen pictures of my work then?
I actually made sure I didn't look at any pictures because I wanted to get the personal tour. So like I saw them, I was like, I'm not gonna click. I'm gonna wait because this was happening today. And that is so, how big is that?
5,300 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. And so you said that you host at least 2 parties a month?
Yeah, usually the first and third Saturday of the month.
Wow.
So kink parties.
Is it mostly like locals, or do you like get like some like people out of like town, or?
We get people from all over. We've had people come down from Canada. We've had people come up from San Francisco Bay Area. They come from all over. It's pretty crazy. We get all sorts of people. We get people that like, yeah, I was back east and I was in Oregon visiting friends or some such, and they're like, yeah, I came to the party because I heard about it. So we get them from all over.
That's beautiful. I'm so surprised I've never heard of this. I mean, granted, I've only been at least in the swinging community for about 3 years, and then I went to my first lifestyle club, Fads in San Diego, about a month ago, and I had no idea that it was like this was that popular, which is crazy. And the fact that you've had this since 2018, like that's incredible. Like I would think that would be like packed like every night.
Yeah. I don't. Since it's private, it's not a business. It's I don't really do that. I mean, I guess I could operate it as a business and be open every weekend or something, but that sounds like a whole lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Oh my gosh, it's too much.
Yeah, before I opened this, I was doing them in my house, which is just, walking right over there. I can see it from where I'm sitting right now. But it got so busy that what I said, there wasn't any swing room. People, for all the different things. And I don't know if you noticed, but we had stanchions up to block people out so people can sing with some room, and which we found works really well. So, yeah.
Yep, I was gonna say I didn't see one swing whatsoever.
Oh, I didn't say swing. I said sling or swinging room. Like
I know. I was thinking about there's no swing in your ranch. What's that? Where's there no swing?
Oh, you mean like a sex swing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have one, but I don't want to take up a suspension point.
Okay. Is that more popular? The suspensions?
Oh yeah, all 3 of them get used pretty much all night.
Oh.
So there's always lots of people who want to get suspended, or a lot of rope tops come in and do that. So it's really popular.
I mean, there's so much to do. It's like the adult Disneyland or World, probably.
Yeah, kind of like. Yeah.
It's like going to Epcot. You can just visit so many different parts of the park.
Yeah. Well, and I found that having all the stations like around the perimeter like that works really well than other places. I've been to parties where they kind of do the stations in the middle and the seating
Mhm.
around it, and it doesn't work as well because people walk through scenes and stuff just because that's the path to go to the other side or whatever. And
Right.
so I found by doing that, it works better.
There's such a beautiful flow to have, just that little community area in the middle and then having, surrounded by all this amazingness ever. Like, because
Yeah,
I went,
you got to make
I,
it up here. You'd go
yeah,
crazy.
I have no idea how much I've been talking. Oh my gosh. I would be hitting every station every 10 minutes, except for I've never been into like needle or fire cupping play. That's incredible that you are able to have that there because I would be, just from someone I've never done that kind of stuff, but I would be so worried as like someone running it in case something like happens.
Well, we have. I've never worried about it. I have numerous fire extinguishers around
Well, that's
that
good.
are right there and obvious. And the people that do it are pretty experienced. The guy that does the fleshing, this is like the only place he can do it. So that's why he comes down and does that.
What is flushing?
It's where they take like, you know, like if someone's playing a kettle drum, they have those big like drumsticks with the big balls on the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you think of those, it's like that, and they soak them in alcohol, and he spreads it on your skin, and then lights it on fire, and then a guy puts it out right away. It's
Whoa.
it's so relaxing. I've had it done. I've almost fallen asleep having them do it.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. It's really great. It's ultimate relaxation. Way better than a massage. You'll pretty much just fall asleep.
Once
Oddly
you
enough.
once you have that, don't go to a massage parlor anymore. It's not worth it. Just go to Dex Ranch, okay, and get flashed. That's incredible. What is the most intense thing that you've ever seen there?
Oh, I don't even know if I could tell you. It's we've done a number of CNC scenes here when they want to do that, consent, non-consent,
Yes,
and
I love CNC.
We
I do
had one.
soft CNC, so
Yeah, well, we had one last party just this last Saturday where we set up a wading pool outside, and the guy we'd talked about it beforehand, so I knew full well. And he grabbed her out of the middle of the party, drug her out by her hair, and dunked her head in the wading pool, and it was pretty intense. Yeah, and we had urine scenes and that kind of stuff, and fisting gangbangs,
oh yeah.
fun stuff. So I don't know. We pretty much covered the gamut. Pretty much everything comes up at one point or another.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And like that's so beautiful that you offer this beautiful space for it because, there's at least for me when, living in California, I thought, oh, that San Francisco is going to be like the place, like to have kinky stuff going on. There's none of that going on out there. None. You'll have to go to Oregon at Dex Ranch because this is so beautiful. I'm planning on
Well,
going there.
thanks.
I don't care. Yeah. No, what you
Well,
have
you got
done.
to come
Yeah.
because I got a present for you. I don't
What?
know if you,
Why?
yeah. Can you read that?
Oh, I'm matching it today.
Yeah. So I have one
Oh,
for you when you get here.
well, then you'll have to be the one that demonstrates it on me.
Oh, okay.
It's your gift to me. That's the least that I can do.
I'm happy to do that.
On all of those benches, all of them, on all surfaces.
You can come up and we can work through my toy chest.
I have a thing through like I go through people's toy chests because I'm a proud owner of one and I love my toys, but most of mine are like glass dildos and whatnot.
Ah, all the good stuff.
So pretty.
Yeah.
But I do love spanking, and it sounds like spanking is a big part of the ranch? Because you have so many benches and floggers.
Oh yeah, it's really popular. But the other ones are popular too. We pretty much every party represent pretty much all the kinks in one way, shape, or form.
That's
So
incredible to have all of that, all those orgasms going on at once in that area. It's just mind blowing. Because, like I said, I'd only been to one lifestyle club, and that was just a month ago. I had never experienced that, that kind of energy. It's very different from swingers.
yeah. I actually grew up in the San Diego area.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, yeah, like Solana Beach, Del Mar.
Oh, nice. Beautiful.
Yeah, so yeah, that's where I grew up. Didn't do kink way back then, but of course, I was in middle school and high school. So
Yeah, it's a lot different now. It's definitely changed a lot. Well, I feel like people were a lot kinkier, at least back in the 80s. I feel like I missed out on that decade.
yeah, well, I pretty much did too.
Darn.
So
Shame
I
on
mean,
us.
yeah, in the '80s, I was married and raising kids, so I definitely had a different focus.
And then what brought you to like do kink now? I mean, I know
Well,
you haven't been doing kink because you've been, around doing kinky stuff, just not with the ranch, but
well, I think it started really when I was young as a kid, or at least I started thinking about it. And one of the things that happened, and I don't even remember the name of the movie, but it was an old black and white movie, and it was a simple movie. It wasn't like a horror movie or anything, but this gal owed this guy a lot of money, and he basically came in and took all her stuff, including making her strip down to just her slip.
this is a story that actually has personally happened to me. So go on.
Well, I mean, but just that whole idea of her being kind of forced to submit to him really kind of turned me on and is always sort of stuck in the back of my mind. So I guess that was kind of like the beginnings of my kink thinking.
That's incredible because I love hearing everyone's like how they got into their kink kind of mind, or not, obviously not vanilla monogamous and whatnot. And that's I gotta stop getting aroused during these podcasts. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. My mind went so blurry. My apologies. You're not sorry either. It's okay. I don't have a podcast, and I can't even like think clearly when I start imagining these kind of things. I don't know.
So
But
anyway,
yeah.
that's kind of what got me started. And then I don't know, as I got older and stuff, I went through a long time where I kind of was a bottom, and I bottomed for a lot of different people, and I really kind of enjoyed that, but I didn't really realize that it kind of had run its course with me. And I was bottoming to a gal who still comes to these parties a lot. She's a really heavy bottom, but she was working on being a top. And so she was topping me. I was on a massage table and she was flogging me. It's right here, right over there. And she, in the middle of it, she just said, "I don't think you're a bottom. I think you're a top." And what I realized at that moment, I was just tolerating the flogging. I wasn't getting anything out of it other than just tolerating it. And so ever since then, I've been topping, and it's just been, I think I've really found my niche, what I really enjoy. So
What do you
that's what
enjoy
I
the
do.
most as a top?
Uh, Single tails,
What is a single
impact
tail?
top, whip, a single tail
Oh,
whip.
oh.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I have not experienced that. I've done
Oh,
floggers and paddles and whatnot, but never a whip.
yeah. My submissive loves it. That's like her favorite toy.
I gotta go to the store today. Not for groceries.
There's a
Is that?
guy.
Huh.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go you go you go. No,
I
I'm
was
just
just
here
gonna
for a
say,
good
there's
time.
a guy on FetLife. His name is Dex. My name on FetLife is Dexter K. But anyway, his name is Dex. He's an older man in Florida, and he basically is the whip expert. And you can just watch some of his videos and pretty much learn everything you need to learn. He actually wrote a book called Whips in the Dungeon.
Oh.
And if you want to know about him, he's the kind of guy to know about.
Is he like one of the bullwhip guys that you find at the Renaissance Fair?
I don't think he does bullwhips too much. But,
that's the closest thing that I could think of to relate to. Is what I see.
Whips are, single tail whips are not that long, maybe about 4 foot.
Okay, so it's like kind of close impact play.
Kinda. You need more swing room for a whip than you do for floggers, and well, I guess it depends on the floggers, but paddles and such. So,
is it like the sound of it that like gets you randy, or like just the marks?
It's the marks. It's for sure the marks.
They're so pretty.
Oh, they're amazing. I've done some really well. If you look on my profile, you'll see some different examples of some people I've topped and some really pretty marks.
They're like art. It's beautiful because a lot of people will see that as like cruelty. No, we actually like these marks. Like they tell a good story. Because I first got with my partner. And it was the second day that him and I met, and he has this beautiful maple wood paddle that he had made, and just went at my butt. And it was black and purple. And everyone's like, "Oh, that's so cruel. He beat you." I was like, "Yeah," and I liked it, and it felt good, and it tells a story.
Oh yeah, no, it's a fact. It's in some ways, I guess I'm kind of a service top because the people that I top get as much, if not more, out of it than I do. Well, and like with whips, the one of the gals that posted some of the pictures called them tiger stripes. She liked to call them.
I love that.
Stripes. And so yeah, I think I like the fact that you have to be really in control to use a whip. You have to really be in control, and I think having to do that appeals to me. So
yeah, and especially when it comes to something like that, it's you're in control, but they're also in control because they can, everyone has their safe words and whatnot, and there's always this understanding because I had to learn that really hard doing suspension play with our common friend Mac, and you have to have that communication and trust in each other because it's not people thinking that like we talk about this kind of stuff and especially when you say the word BDSM, they think we're just cuffing each other and fucking raw like killing each other. We're like, no, it's not what it is.
It is not 50 Shades of Grey. Thank you very much.
What a terrible movie. Like, yeah, I did get a little wet when I watched that movie. That's just because I have a pussy, okay? I get turned on by everything.
If you look at that is like straight up abuse. That is so far outside of the kink world. That's just none of that stuff is allowed. Not like that. Not like that. And
it makes it scary.
Yeah, and people get the wrong idea of what it is when they read that book or watch the movie because there's so much discussion, negotiation that goes on before you even do a scene. It many times the discussion takes longer than the scene because you have to make sure you understand a lot of things about someone before you even start.
Yeah.
And what's their expectations? What are your no-go zones?
Mm-hmm.
And different people have different limits. Excuse me, but you have to understand all of that before.
Especially
and
with
they have to
new
understand my limits too. Oh yeah. And we get new people here every party.
Really?
So yeah. There was actually at the last party, there was a gal that I had been talking to and we had kind of semi-negotiated, but she was with a really good friend of mine, who he knows his stuff, and he's an impact top as well. And so she was kind of with him, and but she wanted to do a scene with both of us. Well, separate scenes. In other words, do him, and then she wanted me to do it because the last party was also my birthday. So
yes, I was gonna wait till the end, but yay, happy birthday!
Thank you. And so he did a really good scene with her, and I watched some of it. It was pretty intense, and she was quivery when he was done. And she still, I don't remember if it was before or after, but she also had a suspension scene with somebody. So she's kind of like the kid in the candy store, just going from one to the next. And so, and she showed me her butt that from what he'd done to her, and she wanted me to top her after that. And I said, I will do it, but I don't think you really appreciate just what sub drop is and how bad this can be for you. And I really feel like you've gone far enough, and I really don't think you should, And then my friend who topped her, talked to her too. And we ended up talking her out of it, and she didn't do it. And then she contacted me Sunday, day after, I guess that was yesterday, and said, I'm really glad I chose not to do it.
Oh.
So, I mean, and that's kind of the responsibility. You can't just be like, a top and work from one person to the next. It's not unusual for me to do 4 or 5 scenes a night. And that's fine. But I just think that people need to appreciate and understand what they're doing. And, I get it. You get excited and you're having fun and everything, and it's all, and the endorphins kick in, and you're really high, and you haven't had any drugs all day, and you're still just high as a kite, and it's great. But man, you can make some bad choices just like you can when you're drunk.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I got suspended, and I was like, on top of the world, like feeling everything. I'm like, I'm gonna go out and do everything. I go back to my hotel room. I fell asleep on the toilet, and I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh, that's what they were talking about, because it's true. Because like you said, it's it is a high, and you get this adrenaline and endorphins going, and you want to keep going. But there is, I'm glad that we have people like you in the community who can look at someone and go, you need to chill. Like, just at least give it 15, 20 minutes, maybe. You're gonna be passed out because it's so much. Impact play is so incredible. I mean, that is such a beautiful natural high. It's so euphoric.
Yeah. Well, and and then a lot of people don't think about it, but there's also such a thing as top drop.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Well, it's not even so much the physical, but even the mental. Like, for me to scene with somebody, I've got to get my head straight. I've got to get in tune with them. We have to connect for it to be in a meaningful scene, and that takes a lot of energy from me. And like, actually, almost always after a party, the Sunday after, I don't plan to do anything. I just basically veg out for the day because it takes a lot out of me. And I actually did have experience what I would call top drop one day, where I was not really depressed, but just didn't really care about a damn thing all day. And so it happens. Not that I'm telling you need to feel sorry for tops, but I'm just saying it's both sides of the switch.
Us bottoms have it too. I get it, because there can be, I'm sure that you had a blast for your birthday.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
And then you kind of need that chill time afterwards to kind of just, I like to call it just having a monotone kind of day, just no fucks given. You know what? I have exhausted all of my energy, all of my testosterone and estrogen. I need to just have a day to do absolutely nothing, because it's a lot of work mentally, absolutely, mentally, emotionally, physically. I'm not saying that I didn't have fun, but I need to just lay here and not exist.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You're good.
I'm just watching the battery thing go lower on my thing, so I want to plug it in.
Oh, you're good.
Well, for now.
What for? Till it dies.
I'm anticipating.
Don't do that.
Just take a sec.
Okay. You're good. There's no edits here.
Done.
We're just here to have a good time.
Yeah. Well, I'm enjoying myself. I love talking to you. This is great.
Yeah, and thank you for talking. Like the fact that I've never again heard of you blows my mind because I'm on FetLife all the time. Like I'm on there at least 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, and running into you, I've been wanting to go back to Oregon. Yo, we're all going to Oregon, okay?
Oh, do it. Do it.
I'll rally all 46,000 of my followers. We'll go to Oregon.
We'll have to spread it over a couple of parties.
I think that's too many. Too many. Is there? Do you have a capacity?
Not officially, but
Okay.
we've had 200 people in here, and it hasn't. People haven't felt crowded.
Wow. I mean, it's a big space.
Yeah, but when there's that many people, it does get hard to get in line to get onto an area.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably sometimes have like queues and stuff to do something.
Oh yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it's pretty. It gets crazy. We get really busy, and there's a lot of regulars, and so it's a great time. Everybody always has fun. So.
And you look like you're so proud of it. Like it's incredible. Like I don't know if you know this, but that means so much to like know that you've made such a safe place for people to be like that. It's I for us here in Phoenix, it's hard because we have like one swingers club, and it's not the best. Sorry if you guys are watching. I doubt it, but it's not the best. And there's like how you told me the story of how you started it, going to like house parties and whatnot, and it gets weird when you get into certain neighborhoods. And like, thank you for inviting us, but like, I just saw a bunch of kids outside. Like, this doesn't feel right,
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact that you can offer that to Oregon, I didn't know Oregon was that kinky at all. Would have never thought that.
Well, you've heard of Kink Fest.
I have now, yes. Since I've talked to you, swear.
That's where this shirt came from.
I know, I love your shirt. It's so groovy.
Kink Fest.
Yeah. I swear, the internet, absolutely all of our devices are listening to us. Ever since you and I talked about Kink Fest, I have a bunch of people messaging me being like, are you going to go? Like, have you been? Like, I'm like, I just found out about it. I don't know why.
Well, we have a couple of other things too. We have Summer Spank, and I think that's Labor Day weekend. And it's a camping thing.
Let me pencil that in right now. Going. I'm a spanky for sure. Oh,
well, they pretty much do everything that we do here. They have the fire play and all the other stuff, and they always do something good at Summer Spank. And then we also have Leatherwoods, and that's pretty darn good too. And it's not really leather. I mean, it kind of is, but not really. It's just a kink event. And I'm trying to remember. I think, if I remember correctly, Summer Spank doesn't allow alcohol, but Leatherwoods does, if I remember right. And I might be wrong about that. So any of my friends listening, you can put in the comments how I screwed that up.
Please do. Please. I'll hit that thumb button so quickly. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that comment section to just run a train on Dexter. You're like, no, you're wrong.
I can handle it.
You're like, yeah, I'll take that any day. Come on.
Whatever. I was wrong once. I thought I was wrong.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's not funny. Don't laugh.
I'll tell you what to do. This is my podcast. I laugh what I want. I didn't say the C word at all.
Good girl.
Thank you. Ooh,
Whoops.
I had a dick. I swear to God. Everyone would be boned by now. It'd be
Yep.
dick down heaven. Y'all are lucky. Or I'll just go get one. I don't know. I've contemplated that so many times in life. Just to like, just get one on me. I could have all three. I could have a pussy, a dick, and an asshole.
Well, they sell those, you know, you can buy them.
Well, yeah, I have a strap on. I have plenty of those.
Well, that's as close as you're going to get unless you want to go crazy.
I'm thinking about it. I might just, I don't know. I think I've seen it in a Futurama episode. I don't know.
Perfect. Perfect.
Fucking goddamn.
Uh-oh.
I'm going red. Hold on. Oh, cheese and rice biscuits. Well,
Nice.
thanks. I just like to match my shirt and couch all the time. And my hair. It's just all red. And I'm sunburnt, which is why I'm wearing a t-shirt. So, and I'm about to go get sunburnt in 2 days to go play disc golf. So it'll be fucking dandy.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, now that we're over that.
Well, is there anything else you want to like talk about? Like, because I keep asking the questions. I feel like you have like some good stories to like tell. Because the ranch is just too cool. Like it really is like a Disney World of kink, and it's beautiful.
Well, thank you. We, yeah, like I was saying, it was a horse arena, and I was doing parties at my house. It was getting way too crowded, so I walled the rest of it in, and we bought a bunch of pavers and put the pavers down in 3 days.
Whoa.
And built the loft area and all that, because this is actually smaller than the actual whole arena. The other side of that wall in the background that I showed you is our maintenance area. It's where we keep our tractors and all our other stuff for the farm, because we have a few cows out here and a big old swimming pool. And so we're actually planning on doing a couple of, pool party type things, probably a kinky pool party too. So we've done that before. We actually, before I walled in the arena, we did a hunt party where submissives would go run through a field, and then their tops would go chase them. And it was fun. We had a good time with that.
I'd get caught so quickly. I can't run for shit.
There you go. We put some of the crosses up out in the field so they could strap them up to that when they were done. And we just had a good time with it. So since I have 60 acres, it's pretty wide open, and we can do, whatever we want to do and not worry
You've
about.
you've never had any like neighbors, like, well, obviously you have 60 acres. There's no one around that's going to be like, oh, well, this is going on.
Well, actually, all my neighbors know full well what I do here. A couple of them have come over, but not too many. And then, but I did have a neighbor that was like the closest neighbor to me, and we have like an 8-foot fence between us, which is nice. And she was kind of a Karen. She would bitch about too much noise on Saturday night at 11 o'clock and all that. But thankfully, they sold the place, and the couple that bought it, when they moved in, I took them some brownies, not stoner brownies, and just regular brownies.
It's legal in Oregon. You're fine.
That I know, but that's why I had to clarify. Anyway, and I just went over and I told them, I talked to them. I said, we throw parties, and I called them adult theme parties.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they have not said word one. They're perfectly happy over there, and they don't care.
That's so groovy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. And then that's kind of, I don't know, if I told you this story about how, because I have like a staff of people that is like my ranch foreman and his wife, and they take care of the property here, other times. But when I got divorced and I had the place to myself, I was talking to one of my neighbors going, yeah, I'm going to have to find a ranch foreman or something, because I'm not going to do all this work. And they said, well, my daughter is looking for a place, and her husband is a caretaker for a mobile home park. And I said, great, send him out to talk to me. And so she called me, and she likes me to tell this story, so I'll tell it to you too. I was by myself by that time. The ex-wife was gone, and I was in the shower, and I heard the phone ring. And I got out and I answered the phone, and it was her. She was calling to set up a time to come, meet me and all of that. And I said, oh, this is a serious conversation. Wait a minute, I got to put pants on. So I set the tone right away. Anyway, they came out and I showed them around and talked about kind of what I thought the responsibilities and everything were. And at that time, I didn't have the arena open, but I was starting to throw parties at my house. And I said, just so you understand, I throw, kink parties here. And sometimes I cross dress and so on and so forth. And they said, really? And I go, yeah, I'm on FetLife and I do that. And he goes, well, we're on FetLife too. So there you go. It was like a match made in heaven.
What a coinkydink that really is.
Yeah. So they live on the property. They sit right here at this desk. They're the ones that sign everybody in. So I think I sort of off mentioned it. So I have this like whole waiver that people have to sign. I actually had an attorney prepare it for me.
Good.
An actual official attorney. And so we use that. And when people tell me they're going to open a new venue or something, I give them a copy of that if they want it.
Oh, that's really awesome. Instead of looking at them as like competition, you actually like help and support them.
It's a private thing. There's no competition.
Yeah, that's really groovy.
I mean, I guess if they wanted to be rude and start throwing parties the same night I was, that would be kind of rude.
Yeah. Then it gets.
But I don't think they would do that because I think I think they'd have a hard time trying to do that anyway. But
no, you've got a really amazing thing going on. I mean, Dex Ranch is going to be the new popular thing this year. I feel like this is going to be your year, and everyone's going to start going. It's incredible. We all have to go back to the West Coast. Then we've left the West Coast. But it's PCW, so. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It's not PCW. It's PNW. Oh, God. I lived in California.
Oh, you meant the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah, I said Pacific California West. It's fine. Again, I lived in California.
Pacific California West?
Yeah, it's a new thing that they're coming up with. These kids are really killing me. I lived there for 20 years, and I got out for 3, and I'm already back into it. God damn it. Shit. So where can everyone find the Dex Ranch? Are you guys just on FetLife?
Just on FetLife.
Okay.
Well, I
was gonna say I feel like there's something else.
Well, there is Swinging Dex on Facebook, but that's really where we just promote the swinging parties and stuff. So it's not quite the same thing, but yeah, we're just limited to FetLife. I guess I could get on somewhere else, but I haven't really pursued that too much.
I think with how you want to keep it kind of really close and personal, I think it's best to just stay on FetLife instead of like having this big website advertising as like a business. I think FetLife would be the best way to just kind of.
I do too.
I love how intimate it is.
I mean, I guess if I wanted to be open like every weekend or something and have people do that, we could do that, but then it would be more like a business, and I'd probably have to change my rules some.
Right. And you're just a fun retired man. Like, you deserve just to have a good time. And you just had your birthday, so you don't need any more work.
Well, thank you. No, I don't. I have plenty of activities in my life, so.
Yeah, we can see all 19 areas back there.
Oh, well, that too. But I'm actually headed to Amsterdam the middle of July.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. My daughter lives there with her husband and my 2 grandkids, so we're gonna take off and go there for a week and do that. So.
Well, you'll have to keep me in touch with that. I'd love to hear all about that.
Amsterdam's fun.
I've heard Amsterdam is a kinky place for sure.
There's definitely a few different places. I haven't really had the times I've been there to do that, but I've definitely explored the red light district, which is fun.
Oh, I'm so jealous. So jealous right now.
So
I gotta go get a passport. Well,
go get a passport.
I gotta go get a passport. I don't have one. I'm 31. I don't have a passport.
Why not? I've had a
'Cause I'm-
passport since I was like 14 years old. I don't know how not to have a
I
passport.
have a license, okay? A lot of people my age don't even have a license. So don't come at me.
I know. I know. I mean, we have people who show up here because you're required to bring your ID,
Yeah.
and we have people go, I don't have it. I lost it.
You
Sorry.
damn not adults. Go grab that Cracker Jack box you got your last one out of, okay? Okay. Well, Dexter, thank you so much for being on this. This has been, thank you, one, for the tour, because that place is amazing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope you all go check it out. It's it's Dexter Ranch on FetLife. All the links are down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and you are just such a treat. Like, I hope that I get to come out there at least, because now I look at that paddle. That's all I've been thinking about. I'm sorry, I've been so distracted. This is why I tell people I'm not a host, because I get so distracted in everything, and I'm just like, I know I have to ask questions, but he showed me that paddle, and now I gotta go do some not YouTube worthy things. Don't even think about it. Go to FetLife. But thank you, Spotify and iHeart. We appreciate you.
Well,
But,
thank you for having me. I really enjoyed myself. It was great visiting you. And yeah, actually, it'd be fun, I think, to do a podcast from up here sometime.
Okay. No pressure. None. You guys have to
Oh,
make
you'd
sure to
have fun
subscribe
with
and
it.
like it. You guys have to watch this video for it to happen, okay?
Yeah, now we just need to get you more subscribers.
I need more subscribers. We're still on a goal of 1,000 for our big surprise. And yeah, so we'll see you guys later. And thanks, good. Dexter.
Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you very
guys.
much. Take care.